Hey everybody, welcome back to Overland, Florida. I'm Kevin, and today I am reviewing a product by ICECO. Now, this isn't my first ICECO refrigerator, and I really love my last one. It's actually running in my truck full-time as we speak, and it actually replaced my expensive ARB refrigerator. So, while I'm setting this one up, you guys enjoy some YouTube. Follow Light Lines and Good Times on YouTube. He fishes out of Hernando, Florida. I'm not a big fisherman myself, but for whatever reason, I just like watching fishing videos and watching other people catch fish. So, check them out, and I'm gonna set this refrigerator up. It's not every day that when I get a refrigerator, I gotta put it together. So this one's a new style refrigerator. This one's actually got wheels on it. So there's gonna have wheels on one side so you can pick it up and just kind of scoot it across. So I would say this isn't really one that you're gonna leave somewhere, like put it in a camper, RV, truck and just leave it. This is one for people that go camping or going to the beach and stuff like that, or always taking their gear in and out of their vehicles, or up to apartments, or timeshares, or vacation rentals, or wherever you want to take your little portable refrigerator. So you got two like kayak style handles right here. These are ones that you really see on like kayaks and paddle boards, stuff like that. Not the traditional hard handles like on these refrigerators right here, like these big guys. So it'll be interesting to see how long these last, and if they're really that comfortable. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up for you guys. So we're back with the TR45 ICECO refrigerator. The 45 is for 45 quarts, and as you can see right here, it holds an impressive 67 cans. Now, I'm not a huge fan of these soft kayak style handles. I like the more rigid ones. And this is the first refrigerator I've ever owned that's got wheels on it. So you can pick it up, just wheel it across, and that comes in handy because these things are pretty heavy to start off with. Plus, if you're going to put 67 cans in there, food, steak, all kinds of different drinks, you got glass bottles, beer and stuff in there, then it's going to have some weight to it. So this one is more for like the beach goer, or someone's going to be dragging this around from vehicles to homes or hotel rooms or whatnot. So that being said, let's go over the refrigerator. So really good quality. Like I said, I run one of these full-time in my truck right now. And before I get talking about this one, let's go look at the one I run full-time just to show you guys. So this is the ICECO VL65 Pro, and 65 quarts. Got food in there, all kinds of water bottles and drinks and koozies and stuff like that. I run this full-time in my truck, and I've had it for I don't know, beginning of the year, maybe the end of last year. I switched out my ARB and went with this ICECO refrigerator, and it's been running great. This one's pretty large at 65 quarts. As you can see, there's ice forming in there and stuff like that. But yeah, it runs great, no problems. And I was happy to be getting another ICECO refrigerator to show you guys. So let's get back to that new model. I just want to show you guys this is something that I use full time, and it's not just something that someone sends to me and I just make a little video about. So with your refrigerator, you're going to get two handles. You're going to get the brackets for both handles. You're also going to get two wheels. And of course, you're going to get the owner's manual. You're going to get all the chargers. You're going to have one that's for 12 volt. And you're going to have one that's 110. So there's the one with the 12 volt socket right there. This one right here is for 110. And then you got the box right here. So those are the two ways that you can power it right there. And let's start with the lid up here. So I like the lid. Like I said, this is more for the beach going people. They actually got cup holders right here on the lid. And if you lift it up right here, hinge, I don't know, you have to use some force to close it. It doesn't close on its own like other refrigerators. You have to either slam it or just use your thumb and go down. But that's not that big of a problem. It's just me being picky. I have a thing with lids. I don't know. I had a lid that broke a long time ago on a refrigerator, and now I kind of focus on the lid. But one thing I did notice, there's no drain. A lot of the other refrigerators have drains in the bottom. Makes it so much easier for bleaching it or cleaning it, especially if the power goes off and the food spoils and the thing smells bad and got mold growing in or whatnot. The drain's really nice, and there's no drain in that one. Got a nice little basket. But again, you have a pretty good insulated lid right here. It is all plastic. You have a nice rubber seal right here. That's gonna keep the cool air in. One thing cool about this refrigerator and the lid is kind of like the VL60 Pro, you can open it from each end. But instead of having a latch on this side and a latch on this side, they give you one latch. So you actually have to remove the lid and put it on from the other side. So there you go. Then you kind of just reverse it. Line up all of these. Gotta use some force to get it in there, and then you can open it from this end. One thing, I don't know if it's just a new thing or what or not, but on other refrigerators, other models of ICECO, these are stainless steel hinges. These are plastic, so if you're going to be switching it side to side a lot, just be wary that you don't wear it out or break it or bend it. Other than that, it is a pretty heavy duty lid. The refrigerator itself is good quality, just like the other ones, and ICECO is one of those refrigerator brands that are at the top of the tier. They've come a long way in their years. Let's go ahead and spin this thing around. You have a little LCD screen right here, so let's go ahead and power this bad boy up. So we're going to power it on. Even if you use 110, you still have to use the 12 volt socket. It's got a little inverter box right there. Alright, so we're lighting up. Hold it down and turn it on. It's at 73 degrees just because it's been sitting in a box. Let's go ahead and set this at 30. That's usually what I keep my refrigerators at. Either 30 degrees or like anywhere between 27 and like 31 is usually where I keep my refrigerators. And that's to keep everything nice and cool. So this thing is so quiet. This might be one of the quietest refrigerators I've ever owned. Alright, it's making some noises. Give it a few minutes, it'll cool down. So when we started, it was like 77 degrees. It's cooling down, it's at 69 now. Inside here, you can feel the sides. Sides are really cold right now. There's a tiny little freezer section right here for like eggs and stuff like that. Then of course you have this huge area right here. It's 45 quarts, and again, like 67 cans is pretty impressive. And like I said, this refrigerator is more scoped out, I believe, for like people going to the beach and stuff like that. I like how it's all smooth. There's no like ledges or really any cracks. That way if you get beach sand all over it, you're dragging through the sand, you can brush it off or rinse it off, no problems. So I like that design. Definitely not really sold on this right here, but I guess if you're going to drag this through sand, you don't want a really small handle because then you'll be kicking it with your heels if you're dragging it. So this will get you a little further away, I guess, if you're going to drag it through sand or drag it down a sidewalk or something. And of course you got some wheels. They're really sturdy, they're strong, they're going to support the weight definitely with this refrigerator all loaded down. So again, let's look over here. You got your max, you got your eco. So basically what I do is if I'm plugging this in for the first time, or if it's set room temperature, leave it on max, let it cool down. Once it gets to whatever temperature you're set at, like this one's set at 31 degrees, I'm gonna press this little button right here, this little snowflake, and it's gonna go to eco mode. So it's gonna save you a lot of power, especially if you're not gonna be opening and closing the lid pretty often. Eco mode's gonna save you a lot of power. Right here, you have that switch like a lot of other coolers have now. You have 1, 2, and 3, so it'd be like high, medium, and low. It actually has the voltage readouts right here. So if you want on high to shut off, that way it doesn't kill your car battery, so you don't have a dead vehicle when it's time to leave. You can leave it on 1. If you want to wear your battery all the way down to either 9.6 volts or 10.9, you're going to want to go all the way down to 3. That's the lowest setting for shut off. Other than that, there's not much to say. ICECO is a really good brand. They sell really good refrigerators. They're moving on up to like the top-notch, top tier as far as refrigerator companies go. So the lid is reversible. You can have it open from either side. The lid is all plastic. Even the hinges are all plastic. The lid is insulated. It's nice and thick. There's no drain. You do have an LED flashlight right here. You have a basket. I usually take these baskets out. I feel like you have a little bit more room and can move stuff around. If you don't have the basket in there, it's usually the first thing I take out. But it does come in handy if there's something at the very bottom and the refrigerator's somewhere where you can't really reach it. You can always pull the basket up, stick your hand in there, and reach whatever it was that fell out. Nice LCD screen right here. Very easy to use. You got your up and down for whatever temperature you want it. Set it, forget it. Once it cools off, hit it in eco mode, and you don't really have to mess with this refrigerator at all. You got your 12 volt power, and then you got your 110 plug. So like I said, you can use this either way. You can use it off a battery bank, you can use it off a 12 volt socket at a car, a camper, a motorhome, or whatnot. And then you can also run it off 110 if you have it plugged at your house, or you keep it in your garage or your shop or something like I do. If you're going to bring this to a timeshare or a cabin or, you know, a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn, then got your 110 plug. They got you covered. So here it is. This is the ICECO TR45L. So thank you, ICECO, for sending me this refrigerator. For all the viewers out there, I don't make money. I don't sell these. I do have a code. It's a pretty good code for you guys if you want to buy them. I think the last group of friends that I had bought the ICECO refrigerators, they got like $85 off, which is a really good price. This particular refrigerator right here runs about $500. The one in the back of my truck, I want to say, was almost $900. It was like $860 or something like that. So they're pretty good products. They're proud of their products. They have a really good warranty. If anything happens, they reply really quick. They'll be quick to switch out a broken part or hook you up with a totally different refrigerator. So that's a good thing about ICECO as a company itself and their products. I have yet to have anything go wrong with ICECO. Like I said, the refrigerator's just been beat to death. It's been in the bed of my truck, and then I finally took out the rear seat of my truck and hard mounted it into the back of my truck. Comes in handy. I use it all the time. Always keep it full of water. When we go to Homosassa, we go camping, we go boating, it's always full of stuff. So these refrigerators are really convenient. They don't draw a whole lot of power, and I don't have anything special really done to my truck other than I took out the factory battery and I bought a bigger battery from Advanced Auto Parts. It's at 80 amp hours, and it runs my refrigerator just fine as long as I keep my truck from sitting longer than 2 or 3 days at a time. So other than that, like I said, I don't get paid for this. They do give me the refrigerator for free, obviously, and I use them. But it's a good refrigerator, and they have a lot of refrigerators in their lineup. So even if you don't like this particular refrigerator, go to icecofreezers.com and pick out anything you want. Look it up. They have different models, different sizes. I want to say they probably go all the way down to like 35 quart, 45 quart, like 50, 55, 65, 75, all the way up to 95, I believe. They might have 100. But definitely check them out, and I'll put the code, it's Overland Florida, discount code in the description of the video.